The boy pulls out $100. Both sides place their bets. He took out his little robot, set up in the ring. The opponent's Chainsaw King comes out, and in an instant, he dismantles the little robot. The man laughs. The boy proceeds to pull out $1,000. The man takes the bait. The stakes are raised. Round 2. The little robot recovers. The boy stretches the handle. The robot changes its face immediately. The Chainsaw King can't even touch the robot. The boy makes a slight maneuver. The robot removes the enemy's arm in an instant. The Chainsaw King loses both hands. Then the little robot removes his head. The boy won the prize, but the man couldn't afford to lose. He took the boy's robot. He asked his men to beat him up. Luckily, his brother arrived in time. The man was so happy. The robot changed its face. After beating him up, it was returned to the boy. The boy's name is Hiro. The older brother didn't want Hiro to fall like that, so he took him to the university, to his brother's lab. The people here were very kind to him. The boy was shocked by all the research they were doing. The older brother invented a nerdy robot. His name was Baymax. Baymax came to the boy. It scanned and found the boy's wound. It's a medical robot. Brother said the only way to build a better robot is to go to school. Hiro wanted to come to this university to study. The professor says he'll be accepted if he wins a robotics competition. Hiro is full of energy. He's fully prepared. It's too easy for him. Well, there's no inspiration. His brother encourages him patiently. Hiro looks at his little robot. Suddenly, he was inspired. So he spent weeks in the warehouse. On the day of the competition, Hiro put on induction helmet, and with his mind, countless magnets gathered around him. As soon as he puts on the helmet, the little robot can wave to the audience, and it can take on countless shapes. Everyone was shocked by his invention. A businessman fell in love with his invention. He wanted to buy it for a high price, but the professor said the businessman would only use technology to destroy everything. Hiro rejected the businessman. He got his acceptance letter. He was about to thank his brother. A fire broke out at the exhibition. The older brother defied his younger brother to stop him. He ran in to save the professor. The next moment, the exhibition exploded. The professor and his brother died in the fire. Hiro was traumatized. He became depressed all day long. The robot in his hand fell on his foot. His screams accidentally woke up Baymax. Baymax wants to examine Hiro. Hiro is impatient and tries to put it back in the box, but then he saw his little robot under the bed. It looks like it wants to go somewhere, but Hiro doesn't want to worry about it. Baymax thought it would help Hiro's health, so he took the robot out to look for it. Baymax was walking alone, but he doesn't know the rules of the road, and he doesn't know how to avoid cars. Hiro rushes out to find him. Baymax walks through the streets, finally arrives at a warehouse. They find a little robot trying to get into the warehouse. Hiro climbs in to check it out, but Baymax is blocking the window. Baymax has its own way. It bleeds off half the gas and comes in. They found a lot of little robots in the warehouse, and then the robots start to move. Hiro grabbed Baymax and ran. A masked man commanded the machines and attacked them. They get to the door. Hiro wants Baymax to break down the door, but Baymax is kind of dumb. Luckily, they manage to escape through the window. Baymax holds Hiro tightly in his arms as he falls. He protects Hiro, but his body was hurt. It was leaking air. He had to cover the wound with duct tape. The battery was almost dead. Baymax walks crooked, like he's drunk. Luckily, he got home at the last minute and recharged his battery. Hiro doesn't think the fire was an accident. Maybe the masked man set the fire on purpose to steal his technology. He decided to modify the Baymax. Look at this boy. He scans the Baymax with his joystick, and then quickly taps the keyboard. Locked onto a karate champion's fight video, ported it to the control chip, synchronizing all the fight moves. He poked Baymax's big belly again. Then he used the finest carbon fiber to create a suit of invincible armor for Baymax. And finally, he painted the logo on the super chip. When he popped in Baymax's medical chip, he hesitated. It was left behind by his brother. He didn't take it out, letting Baymax have both chips. With the super chip, Baymax's combat power increased by 1,000,000 times. The road to vengeance was officially open. They found the masked man at the docks. Baymax was just about to start the fight. His friends suddenly appeared. They convinced Hiro not to do anything stupid. The masked man found them. He threw a container at them. Luckily, Baymax was able to stop it in time. They ran into the car. Hiro says Baymax takes out the masked man with ease. Next moment, Baymax gets hammered. He falls into the car. They're scrambling to get away. The masked man is right behind them. Tugger grabbed the steering wheel. The car was driven at the speed of a Ferrari, but the masked man got in the way. She pulled the handbrake. The car flew over the masked man's head, onto the viaduct, but the masked man is still following. They decided to put up a fight, run across the tracks before the train comes. They lost the masked man, but they end up at the bottom of the ocean. Baymax removed his armor and brought them back to the surface.